why we have been opening these offices and why we'll continue to do so. There's also be a very varied uses of these offices. We'll be able to attend you personally with a prior appointment. We'll also be able to sign contracts and hold meetings. And that will allow us to have greater contact and more dynamic contact. Above all, more dynamic, more agile. I know that recently, perhaps we haven't been as attentive as we could have been, and haven't always been able to listen to your needs because of the huge number of requests. And so I would personally like to apologize for that, and I would like to offer this new option. Not just the opening of new offices, but also these video conferences, academies, which will be online, and that can give us a better means of communication and allow us to be closer to each other.
También me gustaría comunicarles algunas noticias.
I'd also like to give you some news regarding the future over the coming week of the company. I think a lot of you know that on the 23rd, next week, we will be in Moscow. Now, there's a lot of leadership events, and so I'm sorry, but sometimes I lose track of things. It was last weekend we were, if I can remember correctly, we were in Turkey, in Istanbul, and then this week I'm going to Vietnam. This evening I'm going to be there this weekend. I'm going to be there with our dear friends and directors and partners from Vietnam. There'll be 900 people, perhaps even more than that. So a lot of people are going to be at this academy, and I'd really like to welcome you from here and to really express my deep gratitude for helping with these academies and attending them. And then the next weekend, which will be in June, we will be in Moscow in Russia. So you see that we continue to advance. We're growing. We are showing the way forward. I said this to you on a number of occasions. Some of you might have questions and issues that you need to clarify, but the best way to move forward is to show a presence every day. We can see we're going in the right direction. We have full trust in the management of Agam. They're a very good partner and the best partner for managing all of your interests. So, once again, there are differences between Agam and Questra World. Questra World, as you know, is a marketing agency. We are a portal that offers a very specific service. In this case, we're able to provide this service because we want to provide this service to the company Agam. So this is what I wanted to tell you today. It's very important, let's not forget that next September this year, we're going to have the new promotion. This is something that will be announced in July. And we'll have the opportunity to spend a few days in this new promotion experience on a cruise. And over the coming days, this will be officially announced. it will be a cruise in the Mediterranean or in the Caribbean.
Seguro que será de
But
agrado
whichever it is,
a
I'm
ustedes.
sure you'll enjoy it
Por
immensely.
último, decirles que muy pronto también
And finally,
en Kazajistán
we're going to be in Kazakhstan,
que suspender
so
posponer
Tajikistan,
el pacto que
because
teníamos
we had
para
to,
más de 3.000 personas.
we were going to have,
Seguridad, ajenos a nuestra
we had
voluntad.
to cancel a meeting of 3,000 people for security reasons in Kazakhstan.
Las próximas semanas,
But
todos ustedes
over the next few weeks, we will be with you once again in this wonderful country of
Hoy,
Kazakhstan.
insisto, poco más que decirles. Me despido de ustedes
So,
dándoles una vez más
I'd like to finish
las gracias.
once again by thanking you.
Saben ser pacientes, saben
You have been
entender
patient, you
los momentos de crecimiento.
understand that at times of growth,
Todas las veces estamos on time, at any time.
it's difficult to be on time at all times.
Lo más atentos
But we
posible.
wish to be as attentive as possible to all of your needs, to listen to you. So please, if there's anything you need, do not hesitate to contact the relevant department, and we would be delighted to help you and to effectively solve any problem that might arise. So once again, thank you very much. And now I'd like to give the floor to Mr. Miguel Ravallo, who, as you know, is the president of AGAM, and we have the great fortune to be able to be with him together in Madrid. So let's welcome Mr. Antonio Ravallo. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Bom dia, caros clientes e parceiros da companhia.
Good morning, dear clients and partners of the company Atlantic Global Asset Management. My name is Antonio Ravallo. I'm president of the Atlantic Global Asset Management Company,
Prazer de vos saudar.
and it's a great pleasure to greet you
Nossa primeira conferência online.
today. This is our first online conference, the first
Caros
one with this new format here in Madrid.
clientes,
So,
hoje
dear
somos uma
customers,
empresa de alta classe que provou o seu alto nível
we
de
are a
profissionalismo
successful company
e
now,
mostrou os resultados dignos. Mas
and we have
nosso
strong
negócio,
results due to our professionalism. We've conquered new businesses, we have a leadership position,
do modelo de negócios bem
and this is largely the result of
de negócios
a well-developed business model and an effective
inigualável
management system,
segmento.
which is what the best unrivaled countries should have.
Quero dar-vos uma grande notícia. A empresa
And today I want to give you some excellent news. The company, Atlantic Global Asset Management, is reaching a new level of business. And we're about to open our own bank and our own offices in our countries of the first group, which is Germany, Austria, Switzerland, Belgium, Kazakhstan, Russia, and Ukraine. So congratulations to all of you.
Vamos falar sobre isso mais tarde.
Now let's talk about this in detail.
Até o momento, oferecemos uma gama completa de serviços de
We
investimento
have been offering a full range of investment services for
parceiros e estrangeiros.
private
Devido
or
ao
foreign
trabalho digno
or third-party investors.
e difícil, hoje trabalhamos em mais de 50
And
países
thanks to this long and hard work, we're now present in more than 50 countries around the
em
world.
cooperação com todos os que apreciam
We're willing to cooperate
e a qualidade
with all those who enjoy this professional business and who seek quality at all levels.
é sem dúvida intenso e difícil.
There's no doubt that the current period of development is difficult and complex.
5 anos, a nossa
I'm
empresa
certain that over the next 5 years,
a sua
our
liderança.
company will be able to maintain its leadership
Estamos
position.
orgulhosos da nossa expressão aos negócios
We are
impecáveis,
proud
da nossa
Of our desire and our achievements
porque nós
in
acreditamos
our
que o nosso
business.
dever
because we very much care for people. We feel that our duty is to do what is right, not just what's necessary. And that's why I'm sure that the trust in our company across the world will ensure that we are able to grow. We've been working actively to swiftly develop in two different directions. The first of these directions includes fintech, and the second direction is opening up our own Agam bank. So, what is fintech? Fintech is a set of information technologies and engineering designs in the areas of financial services, such as online lending, money transfers, and credit ratings. Currently, fintech is one of the most promising and interesting options for startups in the area of finance. There will be huge changes in the modern banking system. Many banks work offline, and they've understood that over the next 3 or 4 years, the world of finance is going to change. There's also increased competition. There'll be new financial products developed. Bitcoin is an example of one of them. So, why will there will also be new financial advisors who understand these technical challenges. Plastic cards will be gradually replaced by mobile payments, using a mobile phone, for example. Financial documents will also be digitized. Fintech is the beginning of an important change in the world. And so, Atlantic Global Asset Management wants to be involved in these changes. And when new technologies replace old ones, we want to be leaders in this change. And we want to be one of the first companies to earn billions in this market. Now, in order to be ready for this change, we need to change now. We need to change our models and to create a new type of banking system. That's why we need our own Agam bank to work with new and innovative technologies. This is very important because if we open our own bank, we'll be able to develop the business and maintain current results. The bank is going to help us solve problems and set new goals for our company and for its customers. Our main goal is to ensure that the customers of Agam work actively all over the world. Now, we're not just talking about tens or hundreds of customers in European countries. There are millions of satisfied customers across the world in developed countries. So, our aim is to ensure that very soon we have a presence in every country, in every city, with our own offices of our bank, Agam. We want those who know us and recognize us and those who use our services, as well as other people who know financial institutions such as Bank of America or HSBC or Citigroup and others. We want them to trust us and to work with us. We want them to know the full image of Agam and how it will be in the near future. So please, feel free to write to us and tell us what you expect from the company. We will reply, because we understand that the work with the company needs to be facilitated by using the most cutting-edge technologies. So, over the coming year, our aim is going to be to establish services so that all of our customers can come to our offices or through the banks in their country, and in that way they can be free to leave a deposit, take money out of their account. And in those countries where we're actively developing, such as Germany, Austria, Switzerland, Belgium, Kazakhstan, Russia, and Ukraine, there we want to be working with you. Everyone has credit cards nowadays. And so we can use those cards to take out money from an ATM. We can also pay with them in shops or in restaurants and so on. So now we're working to create an environment so that the clients of our bank can take out money from their accounts through an ATM. And when they're planning a holiday or a journey, all clients will know that they will be able to pay for their food, for their shopping, with their Atlantic Global Asset Management card. We want every client of our bank to have their own credit card. And we want to use a third-party bank for this. We tried this in the past, but it didn't work. So now we have all the tools required in order to achieve this, because now we have our own bank. We also know that online payments are very important. It's a part of everyday life. So, online shopping, payments, they're common, they're easy. Nowadays, everyone uses online services and shops. And shops such as Amazon, AliExpress, they show that how important online payments are. So when we decide to purchase something with a credit card online, or when we don't have cash, it's good to know that they'll be able to contact Agam and transfer directly to their bank. And in future, by using they'll be able to use their Agam account to pay in a shop, or simply to deposit money in the account using their mobile phone. More than half of our customers are legal entities. Corporate customers such as businessmen, artists, politicians, senior officials, and other business owners. So, over the coming month, we'll aim to create the conditions so that they'll be able to transfer payments freely. Large sums of money, such as for creating portfolios, such as special, and we're talking about amounts of €1 million, €2.5 million, 5 million euros, and also to take money out, and this money can then be sent to their bank accounts. And for this purpose, we're going to open an Agam account in the various different bank accounts in your countries. So this will allow us to use the online banking systems of the national bank, so the corporate clients will be able to make their own transfers in money of millions of dollars. And it will only take a few clicks on the computer or any other type of electronic device. So, these are our main aims for the year 2017. This is what we want to achieve. Many customers who work with Agam and people who are setting up businesses of this nature don't understand why companies such as ours hasn't achieved some kind of financial activity license. Especially because they have other types of licenses, such as the auditing license or the Chamber of Commerce of Cape Verde. So why can we not operate in the country and open offices as any other bank. Where is that? No, as clients who want to work in your country and to receive you in our affiliated offices as other banks do. But unfortunately, there are different laws in every country. National legislation differs, different economies, different currencies. There is a state-owned bank, and the state maintains control over what is happening in each country. Now, no state will allow a company or financial institution from another country to enter their territory and work with their citizens without having the required license. So, in a foreign country, you can't just start operating without a license. There are companies that want to work in another country, but they require financial permission to do so, and this permission is granted by the regulatory authorities of the government where they wish to operate. This financial permit comes from the state and allows them to work in a specific country according to the rules established by the state in question. And to obtain a license or permission for certain financial activities, this is something that takes a long time. It requires a lot of inspections, you need to open bank accounts, you need to hire a team of lawyers who have enough knowledge of the requirements for opening up financial institutions in a given country and all of other things. But we don't need to worry about all of this. Because the most important thing is to obtain the license. And that is something that we are achieving in many countries. We just know that it's going to take a long time. So our strategy is to work in new countries and work in the same way as we do in the banks. So we need to register a new office in the country. And so, for example, in Germany, it will be Atlantic Global Asset Management Germany. So it will have its own legal owner, documents, and legal reports. Once all of this has been prepared, we'll start requesting a license. As I said before, this is a process that takes some time. But we're not going to go into all the details of how a license or permit is acquired, but once a financial license is obtained in a country, as with any other banking entity or financial institution that you know of, and which already exists in your country, well, we need to do the same thing. So, with our new fintech direction, we will obtain a license and will develop not only our financial fund, but we'll also develop our own bank. So once we open the Agam bank, the next step will be to open our own affiliated companies. So once we've entered the market, we want to occupy a prominent place. I'm sure we're going to see it. Because our advantage is that we already have a firm basis of satisfied clients who will be very happy to work with us when we open up a new office, and we will be happy to provide all sorts of services in the given country. So there will be the deposits in personal accounts and the withdrawal of funds from the cash machines of the city where we are operating ATMs.
Now I would like to describe in detail our future actions. Our main goal is going to be register our company to be able to have the right license, taking into account the conditions of each country. For example, in the European Union and in the Community of Independent States, the CIS. Since the beginning of May, after the conference in Dubai, we started working on this process. Our legal department has developed a strategy that I will describe later on. Right now, we have just registered a new company in Germany, and we are working to be able to receive the relevant financial license. With this license in Germany, we will easily receive licenses in other European countries. And so the process will accelerate. To be able to work in the CIS countries, Community of Independent States, we will start with larger countries such as Kazakhstan and Ukraine. These countries have been chosen by our legal department due to their characteristics, but especially due to the facility, the fact that it is quite easy to receive licenses in these countries, and due to the fact that we already have customers there. So we have already certain countries where we are improving our expansion: Germany, Poland, Kazakhstan, and Ukraine. When we start our business in those countries, we will be able to continue doing so in other places. For the last 2 weeks, we have been actively negotiating and coordinating all the conditions to start our business. Today, on 20th of May, we are currently negotiating business with the Executive Director of Atlantic Global Asset Management, Andrzej Abakunov, who represents the interests of our company. As a result of these negotiations, practically all the national banks have set up the same requirements for us to obtain a license for our business in these countries. According to these conditions, we are required to have a precise list of clients by country. Namely, for example, if we want to establish our activity in Germany, we need to be able to present quarterly financial statements of the clients of those in that country, and to present to the regulatory authorities said country all kinds of information, including profits of the company. In simple terms, if we want to operate in Germany, Poland, Kazakhstan, or Ukraine, we have to work as any other company, providing information on work and the clients of the company. In such a way, banks protect their countries from free, uncontrollable movement of funds to other countries, to be able to prevent potential money laundering through our company. We agree with this, but to grant access to information on our clients through our common database cannot be done, because this would mean revealing private accounts, private names of clients in, for example, France, to another public authority in Germany. This goes against our privacy policy. We wouldn't want, for example, the National Bank of Ukraine to know the amount of profit obtained by our clients from Kazakhstan, of course. In order to find a solution for both parties, our lawyers have developed a strategy in terms of management or an organization for our company that will suit both national banks and Atlantic Global Asset Management. The model that we will present will be suitable for all parties. And now I would like to share with you what we need to change in the company to be able to obtain a license. To obtain a license, certain country, we need to legally register a private company that is going to be operating in that country. If the mother company that is registered has a license in Cape Verde, then we need to create a branch of our company at Atlantic Global Asset Management in Germany that will be registered and will have a license granted by the public authorities of Germany. For Kazakhstan, the branch name will be Atlantic Global Asset Management Kazakhstan. For Ukraine, Atlantic Global Asset Management Ukraine will be the name, and for Poland, Atlantic Global Asset Management Poland. So we will have a GAMS structure in the different countries. The headquarters will be in Cape Verde, but with branches in several countries. Let's take a closer look into the German example. In Germany, we have registered a company with the name Atlantic Global Asset Management Germany. It will have a legal owner, a legal entity, and with this we will be able to sign all sorts of documents, and this name will be presented to the German state authorities in order to obtain the working conditions that we have mentioned. We will implement other innovations. So, for example, the legal owner of the company, on behalf of Atlantic Global Asset Management Germany, will sign all sorts of contracts with the local banks and payment systems. For example, in Germany, in order to receive reports and submit them to the state regulator, we will have to sign agreements between payment systems such as ADB Cash and Pay, and also with the owner of Atlantic Global Asset Management Germany, and so on and so forth for each country. Our managers that handle funds of different clients from Germany will keep separate records of their transactions and profits separately for Germany and separately for each country in order to organize all this in a transparent way and without affecting the customer's finances. We will divide our customer database by country, and we will keep separate records of the company, managerial work, customer database, etc., to be able to present the necessary documentation to the regulatory authorities, in this case, Germany. At this moment, all our clients have already gone through this verification phase, and we can easily divide them by country. So you do not need to undergo new filters, verification filters. For those who might have questions with regard to the privacy, confidentiality of your information, we will maintain this privacy because we know that this is very important for you. Of course, some data will have to be provided with regard to the obtention of the license, but the business activity and transaction information will continue to be fully private. This arrangement is suitable for the company and has already been introduced in Kazakhstan, Poland, and Ukraine. This is an excellent solution that allows us to achieve our objectives for the end of 2017 and early 2018. In order to speed up the whole process of obtaining a license and preparing our system to be able to start the implementation of our plans, and so that our company starts being present in the different countries, we are already taking the first steps. Let me explain the first actions that we're going to be undertaking. For the moment, due to our ongoing operation, the system software development providers cannot begin the division of the database and the introduction of the new system without its partial shutdown. To be able to fulfill the terms that we have established with the national banks in countries such as Germany, Kazakhstan, Poland, and Ukraine, we will take the first steps from now onwards. So we will divide the database of customers per country, by country. To do so, from today, from 25th of May until 12th of June, in Germany, Kazakhstan, Poland, and Ukraine, we will establish private offices and specific databases. With the collaboration of some offices, we will have some temporary stops in these countries for certain functions, for the withdrawal and replenishment of funds, the function of the buying portfolios, and the function of internal transfers. These functions will be temporarily disabled until the 12th of June, because we will obtain the license in these countries. Once again, the countries are Germany, Kazakhstan, Poland, and Ukraine. The offices of other countries will work as usual. Please note that the management of the company will not be applied to the offices. The profitability of all the clients will continue as normal, and all the agents will receive their profits according to the working conditions and portfolios established. The function with regard to transactions to bank accounts will continue working as usual. From the 12th of June onwards, work among offices will be completed, and all the functions in the different offices, countries such as Germany, Kazakhstan, Poland, and Ukraine, will be carried out as usual. The next phase will be the function with regard to working with internal transfers, buying portfolios, in the replenishment and withdrawal of funds through payment systems and bank transfers. All of this will continue to belong to our everyday activities. The setting up of the offices will be completed as soon as possible, because we are aware that this is essential for you. But the opportunities that are linked to the fact that we have a financial license will open a new stage for the development of our company. These new opportunities, this new level of development, will be necessary, and this is why we ask you to please be patient. Once we have divided the database and we have adjusted this and undertaken this work, we will fulfill the different conditions and agreements of cooperation with the National Bank of Germany. We are already taking the first steps. With this, the opening of the first office in Europe and later on in the Community of Independent States, the CIS, will be the beginning of a new era for our company. we will give you what you have requested from us.
O depósito e retirada de fundos de bancos.
With this, we will have once again deposits and withdrawals of funds from banks and ATMs, the opening of accounts in banks for non-cash payments. We will sign a contract between legal entities and Abra, and we will have the possibility of organizing online transfers of funds from an account to your bank account. So congratulations, dear customers, we have already started this process. So that you have updated information as clients, and so that you are aware of the work that we are carrying out, and according to your agreement with José Manuel Gilaber, Chief Executive Officer of Question World, every 2 weeks we will conduct online broadcasts in which myself or the Chief Executive Officer of Agam, Andrei Andreevich Abogunov, will inform you about the latest news of the company. So once again, I would like to congratulate you for this important development step. Thanks to this, we have organized today's conference. See you on the next meeting on the 12th of June. Thank you very much.